Refurbishing your house is often a big investment in terms of time and money. Having just completed a similar project, what advice can I give Patrick and Anna who are about to embark on their own refurbishment? Before you spend a single pound, there are 5 key points I wanted to discuss. First of all, timescales. Don't rush it. Be realistic. It always takes longer than you think. There's no instant fix when it comes to home refurbishment. One of the first questions asked by builders, as well as your friends, will always be, when do you hope to have it finished by? My reply has always been, I want the job done properly. Time is of secondary importance. Doing it right first time is what it's all about. We live in a world where everything is expected to be done instantly. This is one project you must take your time over. If you don't, expect tears, disappointment and wasted money. There are many, many sharks out there, particularly in the building industry, waiting to gobble you up and your hard-earned cash. This is a big investment, so do it right from the start and start from solid foundations. This first stage, in my opinion, is crucial, setting the project off in the right direction. So your first task is to know exactly what you want. It sounds easy, but it's not. The more detail you go through understanding what you want, the better the end result. So start by producing a layout plan with dimensions of doors, windows, cupboards, and loads of other information to help communicate what you're after.
This early stage of the thought process is absolutely crucial in helping us evolve what we wanted and clarify our own thinking with loads of sketches and information. We tried it out ourselves and then ran it past our friends and family, and that really helped us to guide the team that was working on the job. No matter whether you got an architect or whether you're using ordinary tradespeople, I highly recommend that you go through this process.
Create task sheets as well is my suggestion for each room.
I put a date on the top and I update the date at the top right hand side so that I always know which version I'm running.
Once a builder has been appointed, all changes have to be agreed before being incorporated into the task or the spec sheet, with the new date in the top right hand corner.
I also put a little caveat in there saying these are our wishes. As a householder with no knowledge of planning, building, etc., and these are here to guide people using them, and those who are involved in the trades need to carry out all the work to the proper standards. And then underneath this I define briefly what I'm trying to achieve, and then underneath that I go into the detail and I put in links to different bits of information we want. It could be to do with insulation, it could be to do with the type of equipment we want to use in there, and I just put it all in, recognizing that I'm an ordinary householder, but this is what I'm thinking. And what I've found is this has been invaluable to help the team working on the job and to guide them. I'm really pleased with what we've done here, and I would highly recommend it to anyone carrying out their own refurbishment work.
Keep adding the details, especially as the plan evolves. The more details, the better. They are crucial in recording what you want, and they are crucial in communicating what you want to your builder, architect, or tradesman. Done properly, they'll help all those you employ to deliver exactly what you're after. Make sure you involve as many people as possible in your ideas. Get all your friends and anyone else who will listen to you involved with your plans. I always have a saying that if you just do it on your own, you're lucky to get it 50 to 60% right. By involving others, you'll be able to shift it towards 60 to 80% right. Print off plans and show everyone who's interested. Add their suggestions, comments, continuously refining what you're doing until you are pretty sure you've got there. I also suggest that you keep a diary, a page-a-day diary. You can buy them at starting the new year or from June or July to the following year. I also keep a logbook an A4 page logbook where I record all my meetings, telephone calls. I also compile the shortlist, sketches and any notes during the project. I find this really useful as I can go back and find it. I've actually stuck on yellow stick out points so I can get to different parts in the diary quite easily. Your next task is to decide how you're going to manage the project. This is another crucial decision. Are you going to do it yourself? How much time do you have? How much knowledge do you have? If not, who do you think might be able to help you? Would it be an architect, designer who can do all the detailing work for you? Or do you need a company with a project management structure who can help produce or build the quantities and manage the trades? After this, your third task is how do you find the right builders and architects? Another key decision in the project. Depending on how you decided to manage the project, you now start to need to do your homework by compiling a list of people recommended to you. Start making a list of builders and architects or project managers based on how you want to manage your project, and ask everyone you know if they have had a good experience and give you the details. Good builders, architect, project managers will be busy. Don't expect them just to be able to jump to your job. Be prepared to wait for them. They are worth waiting for. Know what you're looking for in terms of skills they should have. Are you looking for a small, VAT-free, self-employed builder or architect? Or are you looking for a larger organization with project management organization skills? So my final golden rule, and I would implore you to consider seriously, is all about payments. No upfront payments. Only make an upfront payment that you're prepared to lose. And I say this having wrestled with how much I should pay. We live in a world where the ordinary citizens are asked to pay up front for all kinds of things, holidays, flights, goods from Amazon, list goes on. But not here in the building industry. There are plenty of sharks and con men posing as builders, ready to eat you up and run off with your money. We've all heard tales of builders taking upfront payments and never turning up. With our project, our builders invoice us weekly in arrears. He purchases the materials from his builder's merchants, and we pay the builder's merchants directly, usually monthly in arrears when the invoice comes in. So unfortunately, we've been able to get a system where there's no upfront payments. So start your project with this in mind. Any upfront payments I make knowing that I can lose them.
Morning.
With our own project, one so-called builder demanded 60% upfront of the total project fees, and that ran to £100,000. I'm sure he'd have disappeared in an instant, and we had lost everything. A building industry quantity surveyor advised me never pay a builder up front. If they want to be paid, they do the work and get paid. So for this first phase of your project, it's all about preparation, knowing exactly what you want to do and achieve to the very last detail. Decide how you'll manage the project, what sort of structure you'll use. Identify good builders, architects, and create a list. There are many excellent tradesmen out there. Your challenge is to find them. Define your payment rules before you start. Be prepared for some builders to walk away. The good ones won't. Finally, every second you invest in this phase will repay itself many, many times over throughout the project. Get it right from the very start. Don't be impatient. Time deadlines should never be the bottom line. Doing it right the first time is what it's all about, all the way through the project.
Patrick and Anna, once you've completed these tasks, I'll then talk about how I chose the team and the preparation work I undertook before the builders actually arrived on the site.